Hi, welcome to Derek Does. Today, we're gonna do these. Hi, welcome back to another Derek Does. I'm Derek, and if you're new here, please subscribe, like, comment, all that stuff. Today, I wasn't sure what I was gonna show you, and I went and I realized I hadn't shown you my World War II officer uniform shirts. I don't know the official name of these because, again, well, not again, because I haven't told you, but officer shirts during World War II, and I think Korea, and maybe even up to Vietnam, officers had to buy their own shirts. Enlisted men would get all their uniforms and everything, but an officer was required to supply everything for himself or herself through themselves. And these are what these are. These are World War II. These are Army versions, and I can show you kind of the differences or what to look for between an Army or a Navy during World War II when it comes to an officer shirt. These are both cotton. They also came in a wool gabardine, and a lot of times those are called pinks. These are more tropical, and if you saw the video, this video on the pants, this went with this shirt, and this is the Hawaiian patch that came with this, and it came with the pants. They were a set. And obviously this person was stationed in Hawaii before World War II began. So these, I'm sure this is probably from 40 or 41 in that range. This one is just another one I picked up. They're both World War II. And I'll show you when I put them on the hanger, you can see the differences and what to look for and this and that. This one has the laundry tags for the matching pants, and also has the tag of the actual shirt maker who made this. This one, I don't have the tag in it, and I didn't see anything, but it also does have the laundry marks from World War II. So I'm gonna show you each of these. They're both very similar, but slight differences. And the thing about World War II Army officer shirts is there was like a generic, it has to be this and this and this, but shirt makers, of course, make their own thing. So they change things up a little bit, and I don't think you'll ever find, unless it's from the same manufacturer, shirts identical. And they'll be a slightly different between, they'll look the same, from 10 feet away, but up close, there's gonna be little slight differences. And you can see it in both of these because they're not made from the same place. But these are World War II Army officer uniform shirts. They're both cotton. There's slight differences in the color, and you'll see that. I'll put them side by side, but I'll put one on just so you can see how it looks on. I won't be wearing the pants with it, or maybe I will, I don't know. But I'll show you the shirt, and then you can see that, and then we'll put it on the hanger and we can take a look at that. All right, so here it is. I'm not gonna put it with the matching pants so you can see the details of the shirt, because otherwise they would cut it and you wouldn't notice the tails. These have pretty long tails, front and back. I'll show you that. I mean, overall, it's a shirt. It's just your classic shirt. You've got, when we put it on the hanger, you'll see it. But this is what it looks like. And this one actually fits me really well. The sleeves even fit me, which is kind of rare. But this is that one, especially with the pants I showed you, how it matches. So let's put it on the hanger. So here's the first one. This is actually the first full World War II uniform I ever picked up, of the matching shirt and pants. There's the patch if you're interested in that. So the shirt button all the way up to the top there, all the way down. It has two patch pockets here that button down. Now this one, I don't know why it keeps going out of focus a little bit, but if you look here, inside you have a slot that's been sewn for a pencil that can go on the outside. So you can put either something large, is that, I can almost get 2 fingers in there. So you can put a couple of pencils down there, and that buttons. You have just a straight pointed collar, kind of a little 30s, definitely 40s, 30s style, how it comes to a taper like that. Epaulettes on top, but they also call these shoulder loops. So I guess maybe on a jacket it's more of an epaulette, but on a shirt it's a shoulder loop is what it's referred to as. Now on the back, you can see there's no trimming or styling of the shirt. There's no vent holes or anything because it's not meant to be a jacket. And on the tails, you can see there's a little gusset there on the side to hold it together to help so it doesn't rip. Pretty long tails to keep them in, front and back. And then on the sleeve, we have 2 buttons there, cut open. This one does have a little rip right here. Again, it's from World War II. It happens. This side does not. Although I always blow out my left elbow, so that could have been me for some reason. Now on the inside, same stuff. There's no linings or anything. It's just a shirt. And then the tag for this one, as you can see, Camo Twill, Sanford Eyes, and then Shrunk. And then down here, what was that? I couldn't write. I don't know why it keeps going out of focus there. But that's what it is. And you can see the laundry tags here. They match those pants. So it was a set. Now let's look at the other shirt, which is very, very similar, but we'll see slight differences. Now here's the other shirt. Same thing. You have the buttons all the way up and down, but they stop here, obviously, because that's where you're going to be tucking in. So there's no buttons for a good 14 inches or so there. 2 of the flap pockets. Now, if you notice, this one does not have a cutout at the top, but on the inside, it has, I can show you that. You have 2 pencil pockets. You can see them better here and here. So you'd have to leave this open to put your pencils in, or pens, where the other one had a slit right there. Now this one does not have a tag, has a very similar pointed collar, has the pocket or the shoulder loops, and on we have the 2 buttons, very similar, also gusseted on each side. Nothing on the inside. No tags or anything. I don't know who made this one. But again, these were all ordered and made. You purchased them at a clothing store as opposed to getting them from the government. Nothing on the inside stamped or anything. Now a Navy, these are both Army. Now Navy did not have, for the officers, that they did not have these shoulder loops for the most part. I think they did have, some of them did, but the majority, so if you ever find a Navy one, it won't have that. Now the big difference, besides the differences there, are the color. Now if you notice, this one is more, I don't know, it's almost a slight greenish tan, and this one's more of a, obviously it's been faded more, but if you go even on the inside, it's tanner than this one. This one's more of a sand tan. This one has a slight greenish hue to it. And so those are kind of the differences. Again, each shirt manufacturer would have their own supply of twill to make these shirts, and these 2 had 2 different styles. So those are kind of the differences just visually between the 2. Now also, if you notice, the shoulder loops are slight. This one's more narrow than this one. This one's a little wider than this one. And again, it just called for the shoulder loops or the epaulets, and each one made them however they wanted to make them. So again, each one's going to be slightly different than each other one, if that makes sense. Well, I hope you enjoyed this episode on Derek Does on these World War II Army officer shirts. Again, this one is from the Hawaiian area, pre-World War II and a little bit after, from the patch. But I like them. I used to wear them a lot, actually. I haven't worn them recently, just because I don't really have any place to go that I would be dressing up. I didn't just want to wear them around the house. I kind of like to wear them when I'm out. But they're kind of cool, and they're timeless shirts, you know, except for some patches here or there. No one who will ever know, really, unless you know. And if you know, you know. But if you don't, it's just a khaki shirt I'm wearing. So it may look a little vintagey, but they, you know, that they don't know it's from World War II. So it's kind of cool. Hope you enjoyed it. Check out my other videos. I've got a lot of cool stuff out there, and I'll be bringing more stuff in as I get it. And hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.